here's the other big story, of course. The Department of Justice today confirmed that it has received the Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard's criminal referral related to her bombshell claims that Obama and Obama-era officials manufactured and politicized intelligence to create the narrative that Russia was attempting to influence the 2016 presidential election in favor of Donald Trump. Gabbard released unclassified documents on Friday that reportedly showed the overwhelming evidence that then President Barack Obama and his national security team laid the groundwork for what would be the years-long Trump-Russia collusion probe after Trump's win in 2016 over former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton. Let's go to some of this. You might remember this from a few years. Well, let's start off with Tulsi Gabbard, as a matter of fact. Here she is, cut number 12. She's talking to Maria Bartiromo yesterday about exactly what happened. Cut number 12. Check this out.
But there's no question in my mind that this intelligence community assessment that President Obama ordered be published, which contained a manufactured intelligence document, it's worse than even politicization of intelligence. It was manufactured intelligence that sought to achieve President Obama and his team's objective, which was undermining President Trump's presidency and subverting the will of the American people. So yes, next week we will be releasing more detailed information about how exactly this took place and the extent to which this information was sought to be hidden from the American people, hidden from officials who would be in a position to do something about it. And that's really the point here that I think is most important, Maria, and you said it in your opening. Accountability is essential for the future of our country, for the American people to have any sense of trust in the integrity of our democratic republic. Accountability, action, prosecution, indictments for those who are responsible for trying to steal our democracy is essential for us to make sure that this never happens to our country again.
Yeah.
Well, let me just jump in there, because what she just said is the key thing. And here's the issue for the Republicans. We're really good at stern letters, good interviews, good letters, good this, good that, good PR, real firm, especially when we're not in power. But on this one, if you're going to get everybody riled up, and not Tulsi because she just did her job, but everybody else, we better see somebody in handcuffs. And then listen,
and you're not.
It's not going to be Obama. Okay, anybody who thinks that, I see reports today, DOJ prepping to arrest Obama. I mean, come on, please. First of all, the Supreme Court, as we know, just ruled on presidential immunity and what falls under the president doing their job, whether you like it or not, for Trump. So that would be your starting point to have to get around, number one. But number two, we know that's come on. I mean, we all hope, but I just think but we got to see somebody right below him. When you look at Brennan, Clapper, Comey, Clinton, all of the other ones who are involved with FISA, with hiding that Danchenko was the key to the Fusion GPS, all of that. Ben Rhodes, the other nitwit who was in there with Biden, what's his name? He was over there. Can't think of his name now. He was all part of the crew too. They all lied about Clinton and the emails, and there's more information out about that today. But for the Republicans, we better see something, or that's going to continue to be your legacy is, you can rile people up and then nothing happens. And on this, what Tulsi just said there to Maria at the end is the key thing. If there's no accountability for this from somebody, what is there ever going to be accountability for?
No. And this on top of what just happened with the Epstein files. They need a win in the PR department here. They need an arrest. They need somebody. And it's not going to be Clinton either. And it's not going to go even as high as people like, if it got to Comey, I would be thrilled. That guy deserves the rest of his life in jail. I mean, he's as much of a traitor as there is. Someone in the chat said Newland. She's on that list. There's so many people at that second tier who are above the law, who should be arrested, made an example of, and I don't care who says it's, political retribution, or it's Trump just playing tit for tat. His life was real. run through the coals. They made up 1 million fake cases. They had endless fake felonies. The whole thing has been a sham. I need somebody, and I don't think it goes as high as Cole. I need somebody, and I need, I feel like Longshanks, and I want his head on a plate. No, somebody's got it.
I'm Mr. Glass half full. The problem, this is what stuck out to me, is that when she was reporting this and the things that they've released, it says that Obama ordered it to be pulled back. That's his problem. When you say, oh, he's got presidential immunity, he doesn't have presidential immunity about that, because that was written down. And that's the part that gets me. Presidents are supposed to, you hear about, plausible deniability, right? Usually your underlings say, okay, you know what? We're not going to tell him this part. We're just going to say this part so he has plausible deniability. Obama doesn't have that in this. He's the lead. He's the one who ordered that intelligence back.
How is that be rewritten. How does that not fall within his job, though?
Because the intelligence was
as the commander in chief. He's the end all be all. To go ahead and
manufacture a fake one.
You may not like it, but how does that not fall under?
It doesn't seem like it's covered. Regardless, my issue is, why did they write it down? Was it because they were incompetent and they wrote it down? Or were they looking ahead going, if this comes out, I'm not going down and he's skating on us. You know what I mean? Because all these guys, notice the one name that isn't in there, and a few people have pointed this out, is James Clapper. His name has not been mentioned. Why? Because they think maybe Clapper's working with them.
Well, that's interesting.
On the other side, basically saying, here, this is my get out of jail free card. I'll give you what you need.
I like what you're cooking right now.
Right. And then you hear this from.
I don't think he's going to get away with it, though. I think Obama's going to be Teflon Don.
I think eventually maybe. But he should be dragged through the mud.
Totally.
He should be dragged through the mud.